I set out to recreate the Texas power spread offense, the system that made Vince Young unstoppable in 2005 and led Texas to one of the most iconic national championship victories in college football history. This offense was built to dominate every blade of grass, pounding the ball with QB runs and then torching defenses with explosive passes. In today's video, we're breaking down 5 of the best plays you can run in this offense. We're going to go through each one step by step, show you the reads against every coverage, and give you the tools to attack man, zone, and blitzes. Then if you want to expand this scheme even further, I've got 10 more plays that fit perfectly with this Texas Vince Young offense live right now on Scheme Kings. Then stick around to the end because I'll take this scheme live into an online game and you'll see exactly how dangerous this Texas offense can be when unleashed in College Football 26. Then remember, this Gators playbook isn't a one-off. It's a part of our full power spread offense in College Football 26, all built out of the Kansas playbook. So you can run this alongside our Tim Tebow Florida offense, Cam Newton Auburn offense, and all 3 can be used as one giant scheme. Now I'll link the full playlist down below so you can check everything out. Now, Vince Young's 05 season was one of the most dominant in the history of college football. Texas rode his combination of size, speed, and poise to a 13-0 season, capped off with a legendary Rose Bowl victory over USC. Young became the first player in NCAA history to pass for 3,000 yards and rush for 1,000 in a single season, and his ability to make defenses pay no matter how they lined up made the Longhorns unstoppable. Now, every offense needs a star play, a go-to call you can trust on any down and distance, and our version of that play is going to be Y Flood in Wing Trio. This is an incredible play for pushing the ball down the field. It can beat both man and zone coverage for huge gains while having some really good check down options as well. And then against zone defenses, it can even be a one-play touchdown versus some of the most common zones you will face in the game. Now, to set this up versus zone coverage, come out with your trips to the wide side of the field, then put the solo receiver on a corner route, put the running back on a swing, and stem the outside receiver's post route. And I just like to bring it down one level in its stem. Now, adjustments versus man, come out with your trips to the wide side of the field, block your running back, and then put the outside receiver on the wide side on a return route. All right, so first up we have Y Flood. Now, this is an incredible play, and what makes it so good is all the different ways we can attack defenses. First, we're just going to kind of look at your base way to attack zone coverage, and basically we can high-low the flat defender on the wide side of the field. So we're going to have our corner route and our swing pass, and we can just read this flat defender, and if he stays back, throw the swing. If he bites down, throw the corner route. Now, our corner route's going to go out, up, and if this guy stops at 10 yards or lower, then we can throw this corner route up over his head. This post right here is going to pull back the deep blue defender, and we can just drop that corner route in over this guy's head. So there was like a 15-yard gain up along the sideline. Now, if the flat defender is dropping back underneath that corner route and is just staying too far back, then throw the swing pass. It's just such an easy read, super simple football. This guy's giving us 15 yards that we can just run right at him, put one move on that flat defender, get upfield, and we get an easy first down. So that's kind of the first aspect of that play. But what makes this play so incredible is it also can be a one-play touchdown against cover 3 versus cover 2. It can be a huge gain down the field by splitting the safety. So against cover 3, the setup's the exact same, but now I want to show you what happens. So right here, we're going to pause it. And the corner route on the backside is going to hold down this deep blue defender. So that's their one deep third. This is their middle safety, backside deep third. So cover 3. Now this backside post is going to hold this safety in the middle of the field. This corner route is going to hold down this backside deep third. And now our deep post from our slot is just going to get over the top right here. And as soon as we clear this middle safety, we can just bomb them deep over the top and just hit this pocket right here. So already, you know, we basically have the safety to beat to the corner. So if we can make this guy miss, which we do right there, make this guy miss, we are off to the races. So it can be a one-play touchdown versus cover 3. And guys, you're going to notice all of these clips are online, me facing real opponents. So you can actually see me. This is all working online against real people. Same if you join Scheme Kings, all my breakdowns there, like 95% of the time, are going to be real breakdowns versus real opponents online. So Now against cover 2, how this is going to work, the setup's the exact same. Corner out's going to break out. We have our 2 deep safeties over the top. The deep safety on this side is going to get held outside by the corner. Deep safety here held by the post. Our middle kind of deep over post route is going to get over the middle, and we can just split the safeties right there over the top, drop it in between them. So that was the middle post. We can also hit the outside post. So we have our middle post here. We also have the outside post, who the deep over is going to go first. He's going to cut in. If that's kind of taken away, we can also wait and now hit the second post. So the deep outside safety here, deep outside safety here. We let the first deep over go, and we have the second deep over coming in between them. So we can hit both of these deep posts down the field, fire that in for a huge gain. So that is how we can use Y flood versus zone. Absolutely incredible. It is also a great man beater. Now I already went over the adjustments for it. Really the only difference, block our running back, put a return route on our outside wide receiver. Now if you're unsure if they're running man or zone, you can leave this guy on his deep post and then just kind of run it that way and just have one less kind of read to go to. Now versus man, this corner route, first route, very, very good. He's going to get upfield as soon as he breaks outside. They do have a safety over the top, but gets nice separation. Drop that outside his man coverage. 2nd and 16, pick up the first down. We also have the deep over route right here in the middle of the field. Right here, gonna break to the inside, pass lead this in front of that guy. A lot of times you're actually gonna get better separation than that route as well. It just all depends. Can really break open over the middle. We also have this backside route right here that's really good. This kind of shallow crosser, very good versus man. We beat this guy off the line. We just have 3 to 4 yards of separation over the middle. So now we have this route over the middle. We have our other crosser over the middle. We have our corner route breaking to the outside. Here we throw in that crosser, and we just have too much speed, and we just beat everyone to the corner, and we score a touchdown. Then the last route is going to be our return route. So now we have our 3 vertical more routes. If those are all taken away, maybe the corner routes got separation here, but the safety's over the top. So I decided to just kind of wait, hit the return route as he breaks in over the middle, get upfield for the first down. So that is why flood, guys, incredible versus man and zone. Now Texas built its entire offense around the run game, using Vince Young's legs as the ultimate weapon. With his 6'5" frame and long stride, he was a nightmare in the open field, and paired with Jamal Charles, one of the fastest running backs in the country, defenses had no good answers. The Longhorns spread defenses out with wide formations, then punished them on the ground with QB power and speed runs that created numbers advantages everywhere. This was the balance that made their 05 offense so dangerous, and it's exactly what we want to replicate with our Texas scheme. Now first up, we're breaking down motion jet QB counter and the motion jet touch pass in doubles Y off weak. This 2-play sequence all starts with our jet motion across the field. We can flip it out to our receiver on the touch pass and let him get to the edge where he can become a dynamic playmaker with the ball in his hands. Then off that same look, we can run our fake jet counter and pull the defense to the jet side and then counter back with our QB on a designed run, and this will open up some absolutely massive running lanes. All right, motion jet, QB counter, and the jet touch pass. So jet touch pass first, it's going to start with our running back motioning out of the backfield for both of these plays. Then we're going to get a second motion with our receiver. Now we're going to have so much blocking on the outside here. We can just flip it to this guy. Everybody gets pinned inside. The safety takes a bad angle, and we just eat that up. No dice, easy walk-in touchdown. Here we're running it to the left side this time. Same thing. Motion over, flip it out right here. User tries to come downhill, gets caught inside, everyone else pinned inside, turn the corner, easy walk-in touchdown. Really nice jet touch pass, but what makes it so good is the counter off of it. It's going to be the same thing. Running back's going to auto motion down. It's going to look identical pre-snap. Jet touch player is going to come across the field, and what you're going to notice a ton is the linebackers will slide this way, but we really want to get the user running downhill to take the jet touch pass as well. So we're going to bring this guy over. We see the user play over this side, linebackers all flowing to this side of the ball, and we're just going to counter back out the other way. Like, it is just so nasty. Look at that. Boom, counter back out the way. We have the guard pull and the tight end come across, beat this safety in the hole, juke him out, turn the corner, and we get down inside the 5-yard line. Watch the user on this play. Look at him, user here, and he just jumps completely out of the play to take the jet touch pass. Now we have a pulling guard coming out the other way, kick out inside, boom, right there, put our foot in the ground, and we get a walk-in touchdown. So the jet QB counter, jet touch pass, incredible to work off of each other. Then the other play we can look at is motion RPO read swing out of the wing trio. This RPO starts with a swing motion from our wide receiver, and this immediately puts a ton of stress on the defense. From there, we have 4 options: flip out the swing pass, hand it off up the middle, keep it with our QB, or throw the backside slant. This combination makes this one of the toughest RPOs in the game to defend. Okay, so for this motion RPO swing pass, 4 really good options on this play. Start with reading the read option player. So if the read option player crashes, we can just keep it. We can just see our guy crash down, and we can just see a huge lane to the outside, especially if we see a player jump down on the bubble screen like he is here. So we only have one-on-one blocking here, bubble screen taken away, end crashes. So just keep with our QB, get out on the edge, put our foot in the ground, and just get upfield, and you can just get in a walk-in touchdown right there. Now, when we want to throw the bubble screen is if it's same thing. We see the end crash down right here, or let's say the end stops, but we have a numbers advantage on the outside. Now we're throwing the swing pass because we have a blocker here. They have 1 defender. We can just throw the swing pass right away. We know we're going to have a numbers advantage, blocker out in front, get upfield, turn that into a 15-yard gain. Now, when we don't want to throw the bubble is if they have extra players on the outside, right, like this, user on the middle, and they are playing the QB. So now we can't keep it with the QB because they're playing on the outside. What that's going to do is open up the inside handoff. Now just hand it off up the middle, nice and easy. Now, when we want to throw our 4th option here is if we see most of the defense collapse down on the inside run. If they bring a man blitz, they're getting super aggressive to play the RPO, then that is where we want to throw that backside slant. Look at this. They basically bring everyone down. They have a guy playing the swing. They have everyone down firing except one guy here, one guy here, one guy here. So what do we have? We have the backside slant coming, just kind of replacing the linebackers. So that's when we want to throw that backside slant. Everyone comes down, 2nd and 1, fire it in, pick up 15 yards. One of the best RPOs in the game right there. Then the power of Texas's run game with Vince Young and Jamal Charles forced defenses to play on their heels. Linebackers and safeties were so focused on flying downhill to stop the run that it opened up windows behind them for explosive passes. Texas thrived on punishing over-aggressive defenses, and in our scheme, we want to do the same thing. Pound the rock until defenders, especially the user players, get sucked in, and then we strike through the air for huge gains. So the play we're looking at here is PA bubble Y over and doubles Y off weak. This is an incredible play action concept that pulls the user and linebackers down, then gives us multiple ways to attack over the middle of the field. It also features a tight end corner route that gets to an almost impossible area of the field to defend, making it one of the most unstoppable routes in the game. So for the adjustments, come out with our tight end to the wide side of the field, motion him over to the short side, then put the wide receiver on the wide side on a post sit route. Okay, PA bubble Y over, and this is all going to start with our tight end motioning over, and this route doesn't flip. So it's stalk this deep over route, but when we bring it over, it turns into this super deep corner route that is almost unguardable. Look how deep it gets down the field. Unless they have their flat defender set at like 30 yards, this corner route is going to get open no matter what. We also have the play action built in that can help hold the user, hold the linebackers down, allow more time for our tight end to get down the field. And look at how deep this corner route gets. Deep blue gets run off here, and we can just drop that corner route right in front of the safety. This gets 25, 30 yards down the field, drop it in for the easy play. Here it is again, working the right side of the field this time, gets up field, flat defender stopping at 10 yards while we're getting to about 25, 30 yards down the field. No shot, drop that in, huge gain down the field. Now, where we won't go to this RPO, where we won't go to this tight end motion player is if we run our play action and we see the flat defender getting way back, or I see the user start to leave the middle of the field. Like, I still could have went to this route here, but I saw the user starting to leave the middle of the field. That's where we can go to this backside sit route. So I love how this route just kind of replaces the linebackers in the middle of the field. Linebacker leaves, drop it down to this sit route, 3rd and 6. We didn't need to try to push the ball down the field, get the easy first down. Same thing. Play action fake, try to pull the user and linebackers down. Then we're going to read this linebacker here. Looks like they kind of matched up this tight end here. So that's what made me kind of come off this route. It's either manned or matched up. So I'm going to come off that route, and now I'm reading the linebacker. He flips his hip to go to the corner route. So we have the sit route just sitting out behind him. The safety takes a bad angle. We turn the corner. We get a walk-in touchdown. And then lastly, if we don't like the look of the corner route because flat defender is getting too far back, kind of taking it away, we look at the sit route. That is taken away by the linebackers. We have 2 check down routes on this play. So we have our slot receiver on this little bubble screen, or we have the running back in the flat. So here they kind of matched up the running back, so we're not going to go there. So we have the receiver swing pass, but you could obviously, if this is taken away but the running back's open, you can check it down there. But we throw the little running back swing pass, 3rd and 6, and we pick up the first down. If you're loving what you're seeing so far with this young Texas offense, we've got 5 more videos with 10 new plays waiting for you right now on Scheme Kings to take it to the next level. We're talking about deadly new run plays, ways to beat both man and zone coverage, and more vertical shot plays to push the ball down the field. Plus, we've got a ton more up on the site for this full power spread offense with my Tebow scheme up already and a whole other mini scheme on the site. Then we also have all of our Madden content live on the site with 3 mini schemes already released, plus a ton more for college football 26, like my full Georgia Bulldogs defense that's up right now. Then I'm also running my power spread sale on the site, and this will run until September 15th. If you want to check out the site, I will link it down below. Then this Texas offense wasn't just about pounding the ball. It also had the firepower to hit you deep. Vince Young was incredible. He had receivers like Billy Pittman and Limas Sweet on the outside who could stretch defenses vertically and create explosive plays down the field. That balance of QB power runs, play action, and vertical strikes is what made Texas unstoppable, and we want to carry that same philosophy in our scheme. Force defenders to respect the run, then punish them with deep shots. Now, the play we're looking at here is motion stick wheel out of doubles Y off weak. This play utilizes an auto motion from our tight end who wheels up the sideline on a route that's almost impossible for zone defenses to stop. Then if the wheel is taken away, we still have a strong option attacking the middle of the field along with a check down. Now, to set this play up, come out with our tight end to the wide side of the field, then put the slot receiver on the short side on a streak, put the outside receiver on the short side on a deep cross, then put the wide side wide receiver on a streak as well. All right, now motion stick wheel. This is an incredible deep shot down the field. We have this auto motion from our tight end coming to the short side of the field, and this route is almost unstoppable by zone coverage. You know, once again, you got to have your flats set at 25, 30 yards, and then you're just giving up so much underneath. So this is 4th and 22, and we are running this route. He's going to get upfield, turn. We have right here. It's just this flat defender stopping at about 15 yards. The slot streak is going to pull back the deep blue defenders, and this tight end wheel is going to get up the field. This guy's not going to turn and run with him. So now we can just drop this in down the field, 4th and 22, drop it in front of that deep blue defender, easy score, or easy first down. Here it is again. Here, flat defender staying super shallow, so they're running some sort of hard flat here. Deep blue defender getting pulled back, and now this is just wide open down the field, just almost unguardable. Drop that in right there, make a guy miss, make another guy miss, make another guy miss, and now we are off to the races. Now, pay attention to this one. So this I'm playing Cronus 0. This is the player I'm playing, 221 first quarter. I'm going to run this play, and like I said, it's almost unguardable. He's got a hard flat on the field to take away the easy stuff. Streak's going to pull this guy back, and our tight end is just going to be wide open in the corner of the end zone. Drop that in. So Cronus, he sees this. We drop it in for the easy touchdown. So this is later in the first quarter, same player. This is just the next drive. Now I want you to see what he does here. We bring this wheel and he switch sticks to the deep safety. Okay. So now he's going to take that away, which is fine. Now what's our second read? it is going to be this deep crosser from our outside receiver. Deep crosser is going to come all the way across the field. We have a streak on this guy side pulling the deep blue defenders back. So his user takes that away. I'm just going to buy time. His flat is playing at 20 yards. I literally buy time till our deep crosser gets over top of that 20-yard flat, and we drop it in over his head. Streak pulls that deep blue defender back, and we can drop that in. Obviously, if the flat's playing shallower, you don't have to wait that long, but I'm able to do it there. Now, you can also throw this crosser more over the middle. So if the linebackers are staying shallow, flat is staying back, we probably could have just back shouldered this ball still, but I wait till he clears the linebackers. They're just playing too shallow, throw in that deep cross, beat the safety around the corner, and we get the score. Now, the last part of this play is if the flat defender is playing back on our tight end wheel, users playing in the middle on our crosser. Last part of this play, just throw the running back swing pass. This guy's playing at 15, 20 yards. It's first down. Throw that swing pass, get upfield, make a guy miss, and first and 10, we turn that into second and 9. So that is how you run that motion stick wheel. Incredible deep shot down the field. All right, now we're going to get into the gameplay with this offense. Here is what my lineup is looking like. All right, so we started out on defense. We just got a safety on the first defensive series. So we are just going to play through offense now, see how many drives we get through. Now, we are going to be mostly using our 4 plays we went over in the video that we broke down, but I will probably mix in a few other plays that are up on Scheme Kings, just so you guys get a little bit of a preview of that as well. But we're really going to be focusing on the 4 main plays we broke down. So we're starting off with this jet touch pass. Great way to try to get our slot receiver out on the edge, flip it out to him, try and turn the corner, beat the linebacker to the edge, still pick up 4 yards on that play, get to see what coverage he is in. And we are going to start out here with now our play, our kind of best play in this scheme with Y flood. Let's see if he stays in that cover 3. Might be able to bomb him for a 1-play score. If not, you know, we'll see what we can do. So he is in cover 3 still. Let's see. Oh, we got hit as we threw. There was a wide open bomb up over the top. Let's go to it one more time. Let's see if we can buy some time and hit this down the field. Okay, adjustments in. Stewart jammed. Yeah, let's go. Fire it down the field, walk in, 1-play touchdown using Y flood. Absolutely incredible play, guys. Beats zone, beats man, 1-play bomb. Maybe the best play I've found in the game so far. Just the most versatile. Okay, so he actually just drove on us, got us all the way down to the 1-yard line, but we got a 4th down stop. So huge play, great stop, but now we are definitely backed up, and this is where you got to be careful. You know, one wrong move here and we could be in trouble. So we are going to run our motion RPO. Really good RPO here. I came out with our receivers to the wrong side of the field. Let's see. Okay, we are going to get this off. We're going to read this defensive end. Actually might throw the swing. Let's throw the swing. Oh, that's risky. Okay, we just beat him around the corner. A little scary when you're backed up there, but we're able to get this swing pass with our RPO. Looks like he might be quitting out. Okay, we'll hop into one more game and I'll go through 1 or 2 drives in the second game. Okay, second game here. We'll probably go through 2-3 quick drives here. Let's go back to that motion RPO read swing. I always like to start new drives, new games out with a run or an RPO. I like to see what the defense is trying to do. So we're going to read the defensive end here. This swing definitely could be open once again. Yeah, let's just throw that swing, get it out there. Okay, he had a few guys out there, but probably should have just kept it with the QB. What do we got? We got cover 4 quarters. Quarters obviously can be good. Let's go jet touch pass one more time. This is kind of what we started the last game in. Then we could maybe run some jet QB power counter if we do get some nice yards here. Let's go jet touch pass. Dorch out on the side. Ooh, his safety came down really well there. He gets us to 3rd and 13, I'm assuming. Yeah, he's still in quarters. So we are going to go to our just bread and butter Y flood. This can be really good against match coverage as well. We're really flooding the deeper zones. A lot of the time, the tight end is going to get open as he breaks out right there. See how they have to match all the way across the field. Now the tight end can get open, so can be great against match coverage as well. Gonna go back to doubles Y off. Let's run jet QB counter. We've already run the jet touch pass. Let's see if we can get the safety flying downhill, user flying downhill, and then we can counter back out the other way with Vince Young. That is the goal here. Let's look at the user. Yeah, he flies down to the right. Oh, we actually had a nice hole, but he gets the backside defensive end to come down. Let's go back to Y flood. Obviously, we can just basically, you could run this almost the whole game and you're going to be in a really good spot. Now, I'm not sure if he's running man or zone, so I'm going to do kind of a hybrid setup here or more of our zone setup, but it can still work versus man. But, oh no, wow, we got lucky there. That route actually would have been a lot more open, but our guy kind of ran into a guy as he was going down the field. Okay, cover 3 drop. We're going to go back to Y flood just in case he does switch it up to man, which it does look like. This looks like man coverage to me. So we are going to call our man beating setup here. So we got a return route. We're blocking our running back. We got our corner route from our tight end. Got our return. Oh, we had to break a tackle there. I should have held the ball and went deeper. Okay, so we do get stopped there. Probably should have converted that, but I checked it down. We'll go through another drive after this. Okay, so we just picked him off here on defense. Let's go to bounds. We want to play offense. Okay, we're going to go back to our motion RPO read swing. This is what we started the game with. Didn't really read it out the best. We're going to just read the defensive end. And here my read is really going to be, I'm not going to throw the swing. I want to read the defensive end. Should we keep it or give it? Yeah, we're going to keep it here. Get out with Vince. Oh my gosh, we have some angles on these runs and he's just getting there. Okay, back to cover 4 quarters. Let's try our motion HB swing. So this is kind of a play I'm breaking out on Scheme Kings. Part of our motion stick wheel kind of concept where we can run this swing pass, get out on the perimeter, extra blocker out in front, just like that, juke back inside, stiff arm. Now we can go to the motion stick wheel as well, and that should help maybe open it up a little bit. We went back to cover 3 there. So we're going to put our slot receiver, deep cross. There we go. And we're going to motion our tight end over. Let's see if we can get our wheel down the sideline. Oh, okay. So he switched back to like a match coverage there. We're just going to take off with Vince. Match down the field. That can do a good job on our wheel route. But now let's go back to Y flood. Okay, so this is definitely man coverage once again, it looks like to me. So we're going to do our man beating setup for Y flood. Let's go right there. Evan Stewart, drop it in for the score. Verse man coverage, Y flood, drop it in. Okay, we're going to do one more drive with this offense. Okay, just picked him off. We're coming out on defense once again. We're going to go jet QB counter. I want to hit this counter. Let's see if we can get this downhill, make something happen. Motion our running back. Try to suck that user over. He's already jumping over to that jet side. Boom, counter back. We're just getting that backside penetration. We have a huge hole right there. Okay, he's going to quarters. Y flood. Like, guys, you don't understand how good this Y flood play is. So we're going to go back to it. Right here. Let's see what he's in. Okay, this once again looks like man coverage. So we're going to go to our man beating setup. Let's see. Yeah, corner route. Drop that in. Vernon Davis down the sideline. Boom. Look at what, guys, Y flood. You need to run this play. It is just that good. Okay, let's go back to motion RPO read swing. Read this defensive end. Is he going to crash down? Here we go. Yeah, he crashes. Get out with Vince. Put a move inside. Get upfield. VY. Just like that. Yeah, let's go motion RPO read swing again. I would like to be able to get this swing pass on the outside depending. Okay, so no, it's back to zone. Oh, let's just try it. Come on, Jeremiah. Come on, Jeremiah. Get in there. Get in there. Down to the 1, first and goal from the 1-yard line. Let's run jet touch pass. Let's just get this in with our jet touch pass and end this off. Down to the 1, motion running back over. I think he's going to be sitting on the counter now because we ran the counter a few times, and we get into the end zone, and there it is, guys. Those are a few drives of me running this Texas offense. You can see how powerful this whole scheme is, especially built around the plays I just broke down, plus adding what you can get on Scheme Kings. So with just what you've got here, you already have an incredible scheme for this Texas offense, but don't forget, we've got 10 more plays up right now on Scheme Kings that will take this whole Texas offense to a whole new level. And if you want a full breakdown of this entire power spread offense, where we cover the big picture philosophy, talk about the legends like Tim Tebow and Cam Newton, and we walk through all the personnel you want to use, then you can check out the intro video for the offense right here.